morning, everyone! It's Favorites Friday, and we're talking about anime. So, I believe it's episode 7, and we're talking about Your Name. It's a movie. So, let's get into it. I have two things down here so I can remember like the two main characters' names and a name of a sake that we'll talk about in a little bit. So, it has to do with Mizuha and Taki. They are students, but one lives in Tokyo, if I'm not mistaken, and the other one lives in this rural area. I don't know how. I can't remember. If it has to do with like some weird cosmic thing or how they end up doing it, but they end up switching places, like kind of like Freaky Friday. Like he is in her body and she is in his body. Um and they don't know, like it's not like they knew each other or anything. It's literally they wake up and they're this person, and then they're like, well, what's going on? Like they're in this strange house. They don't know what's happening. They don't know anybody around them. They think they're dreaming. So they're just like living their life, and then once it like keeps happening, like they are stuck as that person, they're like they're able to switch back and forth, so they'll leave notes, and when they wake up again, then they're the person, and then they'll have notes of like, this is who this is like my schedule, please don't do this, like whatever, for each other. And yeah, so it's pretty interesting seeing that. And then you don't learn until much later that like Mizuka is going like 3 years into the future, which is like this boy's like current time, and he is traveling 3 years in the past because, spoiler alert, in his current time, in the year that they're living in, she had passed on already. um there was like a meteor shower or like something that took out the town. So whenever he found out about this, because he's trying to go see her, but all he has is like, because he's an artist, is a drawing that he did of the landscape, um, and like he has like the general area, and he's like getting close, and then he runs into these people. I think they run a diner or something to that effect. They have the little restaurant, and that's when they let him know like that place doesn't exist anymore. Like it happened 3 years ago, and they give him the date, and from when they're switching back, like he finds out the date that she's in, and it's before it happened. So they're communicating and talking back and forth and letting each other know what's going on. And I don't know if at this point he wasn't able to switch back or not. Because there was a point where he wasn't able to switch back, and he didn't know what happened to like sever the connection. So he did know that like her family was like priestess, and they made her and her sister, like for the ceremony, make, let me look up the name, and it's gonna sound funny, so don't mind this. Remember, my pronunciation is off because I'm not Japanese. Kuchikamazake. It is like the oldest form of sake, and you chew up rice and you spit it out into this container, and it's fermenting the sake. I never want to try that, just so we're clear. So he drank it to like regain the connection between them, and he was able to switch back and help her and warn everybody and help save the town. A lot of people thought they were crazy at first, but I don't know how they convinced everybody, her friends, her family, because I think her father was like the mayor or something, but it took a lot of convincing to get them to evacuate the town. Like, I think they took over the school and they were getting like kickback, and luckily they went through with it and they were able to save everyone. Like, they went like to the outskirts, and so they were safe, but the town was gone. Um, so yeah, it was like amazing, and so we kind of rewrote it so like in like present day, no one knew how they knew or how they were prepared, but they're like, it's a miracle kind of thing. So I love that story. And it's called Your Name because they were never able to exchange names, if I remember correctly. Or, like, they were always getting close to it, and, like, um, I think they eventually they did figure out the names, but it's like the your name part because they knew when they woke up they wouldn't remember each other's names, and then I can't remember if they were trying to write it on each other's hands, write it themselves, or what happened. And yeah, at the end you get to see them like find each other again. Because they're grown ups, they're no longer teenagers, they're both in Tokyo, and yeah, and I don't know, just something about that. And then like pictures they have of it, and you see like a red string, like connecting them, and I love that because the whole red string of fate that like it's connected to like your pinky, and you're always connected to the person that you're supposed to be with, like um, and no matter like what happens, like it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't rip, it doesn't sever. Like you are connected to that person, and then you'll find each other eventually. So I love the idea of that. And there was something else I watched where they expounded on that, and I'm like, that is so cool. I love the idea of that, like expounding on it. Um, so yeah, definitely watch it. It's so beautiful. Like it looks beautiful. The music is really nice, and it's a fun story, and it's fun have seeing them both navigate their lives, like having somebody else live your life like for you, like do things maybe you wouldn't do, like do your life differently, and then you come into it and then you're like, why is everybody treating me different? Why is this happening? And then you're just like, oh, so that's what you did. Like they're helping each other out, like opening each other up without even realizing that they're doing it. Like it's amazing, and I love that. And then it's just like maybe that's what some people really need. They need someone there to like help them like loosen up and like stand up for themselves and all these things to really be able to function as themselves like to the best ability, you know? It's like the other person, because they're not them and they have these other characteristics, they were able to help them out in their life and help them progress in a way that they didn't even know that they needed in that point in time. Like I love that. And it just gives you an idea of like, you know, maybe I need some of that. Maybe I need to be braver, more outspoken, whatever. Like I think that's really interesting. So if you've seen Your Name, let me know what you think. I personally love it. Obviously, it's one of my favorite anime. So thank you for spending time with me. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you like it. And catch me for the next one. Bye.